Let's transform this car from this to this. Let's go. So I bought this car for 3,900 as a school project, and if you can see, the paint is really peeling off. That's on the passenger side, and on the roof the clear coat is peeling off as well. And that's the front bumper, paint is peeling off as well, and the same with the hood on the driver's side. Yeah, the door, the sail panel is pretty much messed up. So I'm using the DAE sander with 120 grit, and that's pretty much helped me to remove the clear coat, and we're gonna finish it with the 220 grit. So the car is already masked off and it's ready for primer surfacer. So I inserted cardboard on the side that is really hard to mask off so that it will avoid overspray. And there she goes. Primer surfacer. First coating is already applied. Next step is spray with Geico so that we can identify high and low spots. And there's some paint peeling off inside of the cars and we need to paint it as well. So we pretty much did a good job on this one, even though the masking is not really that great yet, but it's a skills that needs to be practiced. And there is no dirt nip and fish eye on the paint, which is a good sign that we did a good job. So the next step is preparing the parts: front bumper, rear, side moldings. Even though these parts there's no sign of peeling off or scratches, we need to paint it as well so that we can blend the color from the freshly painted car. So the car has been sanded off with 400 and finish it with 600 grit. It's time to apply a sealer. A sealer is used to seal the surface and prevent the top coat from bleeding through. So a top coat is pretty much a clear coat or a base coat, and a clear coat is pretty much a UV protection from sunlight. If the clear coat of the car is peeling off, that means the car is pretty much vulnerable to corrosion. So we already sprayed first and second coat. So my instructor is pretty much doing a drop coat. A drop coat, it will enable your base coat to land wet on the surface evenly. And there she goes. We're just gonna spray it with clear coat. So it's gonna be two coats. So I sprayed the first coat and I let my instructor finish the final coating so that he can blend and make it look perfect and beautiful. Man, if you look at my instructor, the way he sprayed the car, it's really fascinating. You're gonna notice the difference when I spray it later on, and it's a skill that needs to be learned, and we're learning. The spoiler, looking good, looking good. Side moldings, hell yeah. Door handle, ooh, shiny. And this, awesome. So after sanding it with 400 and 600 grit, the car is pretty much ready to go. So it's gonna be the same procedure as we did on the parts. So we did spray, primer, sealer, and yeah, I just let my instructor do it because I don't really trust myself yet. So the car is pretty much already sprayed with primer, sealer, and it's already dry. So the flush time is pretty much like an hour at least to dry the sealer, and now we're ready to apply with the colors that we want, which is blue. So I just want to keep the blue color because I like blue, and that's my favorite color. And if you notice here, my technique is not that really great yet, and like I said, it's a skill that needs to be honed, practice. And if you're gonna ask me if I'm going to be a painter, yeah, I want to do that in the future, but for now I'm just gonna stick on the body side, and get the red seal ticket, and then if I got a chance to get my refinishing, which is painting, that includes painting, I would definitely do that. And it's good to be certified in both trades, the collision and the refinishing side, so that we can open a shop. Or one of my goals really is to become an instructor in the future. So this car is pretty much done with the first and second coat, and I let my instructor do the final coating, which is the drop coat. Look at that, looking beautiful. So this car is already dry, and we are ready to apply the final coating, which is the clear coat. So just like in the parts, I did spray the first coat, and I let my instructor finish the final coating, so that we can get the perfect color or the perfect blend that we want. So yeah, most my instructor here is not wearing a coverall, which is we are being encouraged to wear coveralls, and yeah, my instructor is probably don't want to wear his coverall on that day, and totally understandable. But we are being encouraged to wear coveralls, so that that hair on our hand is gonna fall on the clear coat, and it's gonna stick there, and it's really hard to work on, or it's really hard to get rid of it once it's dry. So yeah, but if you can see the technique, if you notice his technique, it's really fascinating to see. So my instructor here has been working in the industry for 40 years. He's certified in both trades, the body tech and the refinishing. That's why he's really good at it. So there you go. The car is pretty much shiny, freshly looking painted car. So I just got the part where I have to install all the parts, because it take a while for me to do that. And yeah, I hope you liked the video, and I'll see you to the next one. Cheers!